Hi. Okay, for today's lesson, we're going to start exploring some of the elements of Excel 2010's interface. And specifically in this lesson, we're going to look at the menus and the ribbons. So we're going to get started. We're going to open up the Excel Introduction 110 demo and look at those. For those of you who are learning Excel for the first time, I think you're pretty lucky. Excel moved to this particular interface in 2007. For some of us old-timers, it was a little bit of a shock. But once you get used to it, it's really quite a good interface. Okay, for starters, the menus are the actual words that go across the top of the screen here. We've got File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, and View. Now as you click on these menus, what comes up is a ribbon. And this ribbon is this whole area underneath the menu area that has a bunch of commands that are relevant to whatever menu you clicked on. So let's go through a few of these. The first one is the Home menu, and that has some of your most basic things. It has cut, copy, and paste commands. It has paste special. It also has formatting. You can choose your font, colors of the font. Then it has an alignment section where you can go vertical alignment, then left justified center to right justified of a cell. It has number formats, some styles, some inserting and deleting, and then some filtering and editing. Going along down the ribbon, you click on the Insert menu, and you have, well, things you can insert. Starters, we have one of the most common things people use is pivot tables. Then you have a regular table, pictures, clip arts, some shapes. Here's where you do the charts. You can add your different types of charts here. Spark lines, which we'll cover in a different lesson. Those are a good BI tool. A filter is a slicer. That's another great addition to 2010. You can add hyperlinks, text box, etc., etc. Go over to page layout. Now a lot of these things on the page layout tab pretty much refer to printing. You've got your page margins, your orientation, whether you want it to be portrait or landscape, size of the page, setting the print area, print titles, and that's rows or columns you want to repeat on every page that you print with. If you want to show grid lines or not on the particular worksheet. So a lot of the page layout. Go to the Formulas tab. Excel has hundreds if not thousands of formulas available for your use. And this is the ribbon that gets you access to all of them. You've got an insert function, you got the auto sum, and if you click in there you get other of the quick summation functions, average, count numbers, min, max. This is also where you manage names in your worksheet. Do some basic auditing when you're tracing formulas and figuring out what's wrong with the formula. Over to the Data tab, here's some more things when we get into connecting to different data sources from Microsoft Access, web queries, or other sources. Here's where you can connect to SQL Server databases, Oracle databases. As we go on down the line, here's where we can do our auto filters, text to columns, and this is a great addition as well. Remove duplicates. You used to have to, if you had a list with duplicates in it, you just had to do some kind of complicated formula or VBA function. Now Excel has a tool to remove all the duplicates for you to click a one button. Grouping, subtotaling. The Review tab, this is kind of some spell checking, thesaurus things, adding comments to your workbook. And here's where you do some protection and tracking of changes as well. The last one we'll talk about is the View ribbon. And that has, you know, how you're going to look at your worksheet. Normal, you want to look at a page layout view, look at page breaks, look at it in full screen view. Do you want to see grid lines, yes or no? Here's where you can zoom in. Here's where you do freeze panes if you want to scroll and have the top row stay static. And also down at the end here's the macro section. So that's kind of an introduction. We'll continue and talk a little bit about it in the next section.